Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second week of Hotel Management English. Um, so, before we get started today, there are just a few announcements I need to make. So, I'm going to make myself smaller and I'll go up here. And there's a few things I need to say before we start today. So, due to the coronavirus, in-class lectures have been delayed again and are now due to start in week 4. So this means at the moment we'll be doing a video lesson this week and next week. Again, you can find all the links to the class documents on the e-learning site. Please upload your assignment files to the e-learning website. Do not send them to me by email. You must upload them on the website. And when you're uploading your files, it's okay to use Microsoft Word or PDF. Even I think you can use Hancom, Word, whatever that thing is. So don't send them by email, please, everyone. Make sure you upload them to the e-learning website. Okay, another thing I want to say is about using this video. So I will be trying to instruct this class like a normal in-class lecture. Now, obviously, parts are going to be different. In my normal class, a lot of the times you'll be speaking with a partner. Obviously, we are all at home, we're doing this alone, so it's impossible to speak to a partner. So those parts of the class I have replaced with writing activities. So rather than practicing speaking, you're going to be practicing writing parts of conversations, writing questions and answers. There will be some points of the video where you have to pause to complete the class assignments. I will put this sign up and this tells you can pause the video, do the assignment and then go back and play the video again. If you want to listen to a part again, just rewind the video and play that part again. This will be very useful for the listening sections. So a lot of the time with the listening, it can be very difficult to hear everything first time. So just stop the video, rewind it, and you can listen again. That's also the same if you haven't understood some of the instructions. Stop the video, rewind it, and listen to those instructions again. Okay, class materials for today. For today's class, you will need your textbook. So everybody should have their copy of Be My Guest, English for the Hotel Industry. You will need to download some documents from the e-learning site. First of all, the handout containing today's class assignments. This is an MS Word document. And today's lecture presentation, which will be a PDF file. I'll just quickly show you those documents. The class assignment document, we can see at the top, Unit 1 Introductions, and we have quite a lot of parts to fill in here, and there are 2 pages on this document. Also, you can download the PDF of today's lecture presentation, and it has all of the slides we are going to be using in today's class. So before you start, everybody, download the files and then we can get started. So in today's lesson, we've got 5 stages. First of all, we're going to learn about jobs in a hotel. We're going to listen to some people introducing themselves. Then we're going to be thinking about first meetings and the types of questions we ask when we first meet people. We're then going to do a very important thing. We're going to be using formal English to make questions. Now, formal English is really important. If you work in any service industry, you must learn this. So, formal English, it's rather than asking something very directly, we're making the questions much more polite, and it is the type of English you should always use working in a hotel. So we'll look at some of those questions. Then we're going to practice using those formal English questions to write some short conversations. So that is going to be today's lesson. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to look at today are hotel jobs. Now, there are many, many different jobs that people do in a hotel. You have managers, you have accountants, you have bar people. There's so many, many different types of jobs. So, in your textbook on page 8, they have chosen 10 hotel employees, 10 different jobs. We are going to look at the pictures and try to match the jobs to the pictures. So in your textbook, you will see the 10 pictures. You will also see A, B, C, D, all the way to J. You need to look at the jobs and match them to each picture. So everybody, you should pause the video just now and write your answers in your textbook. When you've finished writing your answers, you should play the video again. Okay, so let's see if you have got these answers correct. So the first person we can see in picture number 1 is Zita. Now, what do we think her job is? Well, she's definitely not a sous chef, not a kitchen assistant. Maybe she's a receptionist? Yes. So hopefully everybody got this. Zita is a receptionist. Picture number 2, we have a picture of Akun. And if we look at Akun, we can see he's in a kitchen. So is he a sous chef? Well, if we're looking at his hat, probably not a chef. So what other job could it be in the kitchen? Well, I think Akun is a kitchen assistant. So there we have a kitchen assistant. Now, picture number 3. Now, this is usually the person that will welcome you to the hotel when you arrive at the front door. So, is this a waitress? Don't think so. This job we should have matched up with here. He is a commissionaire. A commissionaire. So, that was Jimmy. Jimmy is a commissionaire. And picture number 4, we've got Sean. Now, he also works in the kitchen, but we can see from his hat that he is a chef. And here I am a sous chef. Now, the sous chef is usually one position down from the head chef. So it's a very senior position in the kitchen. And finally, picture 5, we have Neem, and we've only got one person left. Yes, so Neem is a waitress. Okay, down here, picture 6, we've got my name's Tacky. Well, Tacky looks to be moving some bags around. Well, what job does that? It's not a bar person. Is it a porter? Yes. So, Tacky is a porter. We've got Teresa. Teresa, well, look at that. Lots of drinks behind her. So, she is a bar person. And we've got down here, my name's Anita. Anita looks like she is cleaning some stuff. So down here, she is a chambermaid, or sometimes people will call her a room attendant. And down here, we've got Yoshida. So Yoshida looks to be carrying some drinks on a tray here. So I think Yoshida is a waiter. And finally, we have Kelly. And Kelly, well, we've only got one left. She looks like she's working in the office. So she is maybe a management trainee. So 10 very, very different jobs in a hotel. A commissionaire, a receptionist, a waitress, a sous chef, a kitchen assistant, a bar person, a porter, a chambermaid, a management trainee, and a waiter. So, what we're going to do next is choose some of these jobs. Um, I want you to choose 5 of the 10 jobs shown in the textbook, and I want you to try and think of 2 different duties required for each job. I've given an example here. A bar person takes orders and makes cocktails. So there are 2 things that a bar person does in their job. So you are going to try and do the same. I want you to pause the video now, and I want you to write your 5 sentences in your assignment worksheet. If you look here, we've got my example. A bar person takes orders and makes cocktails. So you can choose another 5 of the jobs from your book and write down some of the things that those jobs require the people to do. So everybody, pause the video just now. This should take about 5 minutes. Once you have finished writing in your assignment worksheet, you can play the video again. Okay, we're going to move on to page 10, and we're going to listen to a conversation between some hotel workers. Now, before we listen, it's always a good idea, I think, to read the questions carefully and think about what the answers might be. So let's look at these questions. Now, question 1, where is Neem from? Now, the question's beginning with where. So, what is the answer going to be? Is it going to be a number? I don't think so. That would be how much or how many or how old. Is the answer going to be a color? No, don't think so, because again, that would be a question with what. So if the question's beginning with where, the answer has got to be a place. So we should be listening carefully for that place. Again, which part of France is a coon from? Which part of France? So we're looking again for a place. Is Tacky from Italy? Now, this is a little bit different this time. This question is beginning with the be verb, is. Now, this question can only have 2 possible answers. When we see a question, is something, is Tacky from Italy? We can only really have 2 answers. Yes, he is. No, he isn't. So we should listen for that. Again, we've got where is Yoshida from? Well, we're looking for a place. Again, is Sean from Australia? Is. So, again, it's starting with the be verb is. The answer has got to be yes or no. So, everybody, you should have your worksheet ready. If you look down here, we've got our 5 questions. We've got some space to write your answers. So everybody, I'm going to play the conversation. Listen nice and carefully and try to answer the 5 questions.
1.7.
Hello, my name's Neve. I'm from Ireland.
Nice to meet you, Neve. I'm Akun.
Where are you from, Akun?
I'm from France.
Oh, really? Which part?
The south, near Nice.
Hi, my name's Jimmy. I'm from Ireland. And you?
Oh, hi, Jimmy. My name is Taki.
And where are you from, Taki? Greece?
Yes, that's right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anita. I'm from Italy.
Hello, Anita. I'm Teresa. I'm from England. And this is Yoshida. He's from Japan.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
And this is Kelly. She's from America.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Zita.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sean. Where are you from, Zita?
I'm Irish. And you?
I'm from Australia.
Okay, so there was the listening. Now, you may have found it difficult to hear all of the answers. That's completely fine. What I think you should do then is rewind the video back to the beginning of the listening. You can listen again and try to find the answers. It's very good practice to keep listening and finding. Sometimes it can be difficult. The listening here, people are speaking at a normal speed. So it can be difficult to hear every word or get the important information. The more you practice this, the easier it will become. So if you couldn't hear everything the first time, rewind, play the conversation again. Now, some of you may have played the conversation again and you're still having trouble. Well, what we can do then is we can read and listen. So this time I'm going to play the conversation. We have the people's names and we have the conversation written down. So let's just listen again. This time we can read along with the conversation.
1.7.
Hello, my name's Neve. I'm from Ireland.
Nice to meet you, Neve. I'm Akun.
Where are you from, Akun?
I'm from France.
Oh, really? Which part?
The south, near Nice.
Hi, my name's Jimmy. I'm from Ireland. And you?
Oh, hi, Jimmy. My name is Taki.
And where are you from, Taki? Greece?
Yes, that's right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anita. I'm from Italy.
Hello, Anita. I'm Teresa. I'm from England. And this is Yoshida. He's from Japan.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
And this is Kelly. She's from America.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Zita.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sean. Where are you from, Zita?
I'm Irish. And you?
I'm from Australia.
Okay, so I hope that made it a little bit easier for some of you to read along and listen. Again, with listening, it's all about practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And working in a hotel, this is something that is going to be very, very important. You're going to get customers, guests that come in speaking English, speaking with very different accents. If we'll notice here, we've got Niamh from Ireland, Akun from France, Taki from Greece. They all have different ways of speaking, different accents. The more you practice listening to those, the easier it will become when you finally work in a hotel. You'll meet people from America, from China, from India, from all around the world. We've got to understand them. So listening is a very important part of this class. We're going to be practicing that a lot. Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing. Now, in the listening, we heard some people meeting each other for the first time. So what we're going to think about now are the types of things we would ask someone when we first meet. So what I want you to do is think of 5 questions that you could ask someone when you first meet them. So a lot of time you can get a lot of this you can get some examples from the listening. These are some good questions, or you can think of some of your own questions that people would ask when they first meet. So again, in your worksheet, you can write down the 5 questions that you think people might ask when they first meet. So everyone, pause the video and write down your 5 questions. Okay, so hopefully you've written down some good questions. We're going to use some of those questions, and we're going to now think about formal English questions. Now, in formal situations like a hotel, people mostly use indirect English questions. So we don't use direct English, the kind of English you'll use with your friends or your family. It's a much higher level of English, much more polite. So rather than saying to someone, "What's your name?" So let's say the guest comes into the hotel and you're meeting them at reception. And we just say to the guest, "What's your name?" It seems too direct. In a service industry, we want to be as polite as we can to our customers and our guests. So rather than saying, "What's your name?" we could say something like, "Could you tell me your name, please?" Or, "May I have your name, please?" Can you tell me your name, please? All of these are examples of formal English. It is a much more polite way to ask people questions. And quite often we can use things like "could you tell me" or "can you tell me," "may I have." These are good ways to start the question when we're using formal English. So, what we're going to do, I have 5 questions. These questions are: what's your name? Where are you from? What's your date of birth? What's your phone number? What's your job? Now, all of these are very direct. If you can imagine working in a hotel and you're a guest and you walk in and the person says, "What's your name?" It's too direct. So rather than asking, "What's your name?" well, we know here an indirect or formal question could be, "Could you tell me your name, please?" So I would like you to do the same. We've got 5 direct questions. I want you to change them into formal questions. So again, I think you could pause the video just now, and I would like you to write your 5 formal questions in your worksheet. You can write them in the space provided. I think this should take you about 5 or 10 minutes. Take your time and try to change these into formal questions. Okay, now what we're going to do, we've made some questions using formal English. What we're going to do is try to use some of those questions and imagine a situation where you are a staff member in a hotel and you're speaking to a guest. So we're going to do 5 short conversations. A good example here. Well, maybe the reception asks, "Could you tell me your name, please?" And then the guest would respond, "Certainly, my name is James Payton." So again, I want you to pause the video now, and you're going to write your 5 short conversations in the space below. Person A will be the hotel staff member, and person B should be the guest. So all of the questions you're asking should be using formal English. The guest response, well, that doesn't need to be formal. The guest can respond in any way they choose. So all of the parts A should be formal questions. So 5 short conversations. This should take you about 5 to 10 minutes. Write these in your worksheet. So everyone, you should pause the video now and write down your short conversations in your assignment worksheet. Okay, now that you have finished that, that is the last assignment we're going to do today. So we're going to do a quick review of the things that we've learned today. So first of all, we looked at 10 different jobs in a hotel. We then listened to how people introduce themselves. We also looked at some questions used when we first meet people. Then we looked at how to use formal English to make questions. So rather than "What's your name?" could you tell me your name? Rather than "Where do you live?" can you tell me where you live? So again, that was good. And then at the end there, we made some short conversations using those formal English questions. Now, all through this semester, formal English is going to be so important. When it comes to your exams, I want you using formal English all of the time. In your homework activities and in-class activities, we're going to be using formal English a lot. So it's really important today that everybody understands the difference between using everyday direct English and using formal English. If you've got any questions about this, remember you can contact me by email or by text message. I can explain a little bit further about those differences. Also, please remember to upload your assignment files to the e-learning website. Once they're all uploaded, I will give you some feedback on your answers. Next week, we are going to be looking at Unit 2 of your textbook, and Unit 2 is about the check-in. So we're going to be learning about the types of room in a hotel. We're going to be reading some emails inquiring about reservations. We'll listen to a conversation relating to reservations, and you're going to make some role play dialogues between a desk clerk and a customer. So again, next week, this idea of formal English is going to be very important. Okay, everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a very good week. Remember, any questions you have, you can send email or some text messages, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. So I will see you all next week, everyone. Goodbye.